E aí galera, aqui quem fala é o Finox, sejam bem-vindos ao Finox Gaming e vamos dar continuidade a mais uma jogatina de Vampyr. No episódio anterior, a gente veio até a casa da minha brother, trocar uma ideia com ela que ela queria falar com a gente, e ela nos aconselhou aí, né, na reunião com o Ascalon, que a gente foi chamado. Então uma reunião com um peixe grande, um bicho brabo, parece que ele é meio que o líder vampiros da região aqui. E aí eu tenho que, né, mostrar um respeito. Tem um novo diálogo? Só fazer um teste aqui. É isso. Antes de ir ao Ascalon. Ascalon! Cadê ela? Eu posso andar pela casa dela como se fosse... Ué. Ué. Peguei uma cartinha aqui, um roubo ali. Sentindo um batedor de carteira. Entra, vamos subir. Tá me aguardando. Ai, ai. Armaduras. Casa bonita, pô.
It's locked, all right.
É só reflexo. Faz a moça... Ah, tá aqui. Qual que era o diálogo? Eu fiquei curioso.
To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Concerning your investigation,
Yes?
are
Só
you truly
segundinho.
seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Prontinho, pessoal. Estou de volta.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days, but the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent, much like her mother.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least better nights?
I know
Better
not,
nights.
Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
Nossa,
Will you
vamos ver a
tell me
história
your
dela.
story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
Faz a tia deve ser velha,
When
hein?
all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Travelling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Nossa, era isso? O diálogo
Goodbye,
aqui.
Elizabeth.
Tô achando que ia ser algo que desse uma quest. Vamos perder nosso tempo, então. Vamos até o Ascalon. Tô doido pra conhecer. Será que o bicho é brabo? Será que vai me dar uma chinelada na cara? Tô com quase nada de blood, né? Se eu encontrar um capiroto meio forte aí, vai dar trabalho. Tem um esconderijo lá na frente. Ó, ali o couro já tá comendo. Dá pra subir por aqui e passar por cima? Portão
I cannot
trancado.
enter.
Posso pular ali pra variar aquelas coisas desses jogos que eu já não empolgo mais tanto, que obrigam a dar voltas e fazer um monte de coisa, não te dão Uma liberdade real. Vou ter que dar uma baita volta. Porque o vampiro incompetente não pode pular aquele portão ali. Mas vamos lá então.
Easy does it, boys. We can deal with this vermin.
Esse vampiro é brabo.
How dare you interfere with my hunt?
Tá me tirando, moço? Tá me tirando? Pai é mais brabo. Ai. Olha o vigor indo embora.
Give me your blood.
Vamos dar um chablito nele então. Oh. Ai, droga. Meu Deus, o cara quase me... Quase me passou, meu irmão. Deixa eu me recuperar um pouco. Ai! Foi sem querer, droga. Cara brabo. Provavelmente eu devo entrar aqui. Sei lá, uns malucos meio nóia, né? A gente é tudo vampiro, deveria ser tudo brother. Ouvi outro aí gemendo. Certo? Vou te levar pro beco, do beco você não escapa. Ih. É o vampiro ali embaixo. Os caras são bravos.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Não tem prisioneiro não. Aquela sensação.
Never have I felt so
Olha lá, ó.
sad to be back home.
O esconderijo meu pra cá. Vou pro lado oposto. É aqui. Us! 29. Tá, meu irmão. sangue pra usar. Ótimo. Ai. Esse carinha é brabo. Pegou de jeito. Maluco brabo.
The Ascalon Club, the heart of British vampire society.
Uma lojinha
Not
aqui.
quite as subtle as I expected.
Vamos ver o que tem nessa lojinha.
Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell. And
Calhoun
I welcome
Russell.
you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
My humble shop. Ver se tem alguma coisa interessante.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
How is
Vamos
the
ver.
situation in this
Tem alguma
part?
informação
Life
interessante.
is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
Parecendo os brazucas.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must
Tipo
fall on my
inglês.
shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Só tinha aqui.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh,
Certo? Vamos às vendas.
I may have a look at your...
E? Onde? Bom, eu vou direto agora na missão. Não vou dar uma enrolada aqui não. Vamos conhecer o Ascalon. Manda-chuva. Toque, toque, meu bem. Aí, esse parece comigo, esse meio morto.
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please,
Parece que algumas
proceed.
texturas do jogo são tão bem
Lord
feitas e outras tão
Redgrave is waiting
mal
on you
feitas.
upstairs.
É? What?
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Poxa. Teve um quebra-pau e tanto, viu? Não sei se é muito inteligente eu roubar do Ascalon, mas... roubo de todo mundo.
good evening.
Será que o Ascalon é esse veinho? Pode ser não, né? Pode ser, na verdade, mas acho que não é. Acho que não é.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him. Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord.
Achei que o cara ser um pouco mais intimidador,
Lady
mas
Ashbury expressed
é
her wish
vampiro,
to
né?
meet
As
Yeah.
ameaças vêm tudo
The
escondido.
lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Por que eu, né?
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
E agora? Bom, o correto é eu ter umas perguntas.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
É. Aqui pra mim.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Vale nada.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
Certo. Vou aceitar, né? Outra opção.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed. In front of the
Parece
most
aquelas
sacred blood,
fraternidade norte-americana.
the blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
É, juro, né? Fazer o quê?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Vamos, rapaz. Ficando na morte da bezerra aí.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
É.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End.
That went
and I
well,
spotted
did it
him.
not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago, well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I.
Vamos ver o que o velho quer de mim.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic,
Certo?
and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good
Fetch.
friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied scowls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
I have met peaceful and wise scowls. To exterminate
Acho que eu não devia ter
these, we are
falado
no better
isso. Eu
than
tinha
vampire
combinado com a
hunters.
menina.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Ixi. Provavelmente eu não posso usar a habilidade aqui. Tá, qual que é a minha nova missão? Certo. Sair daqui e falar com os habitantes. absurdo. Talvez seja bem útil. Alguma coisa mais interessante. Guarda-belo que fica andando pra todo lado. Bom. Olhei minha experiência, se eu ganhei uma boa experiência. Jogando no clube, nossa. No clube do Bolinha. Tá, eu tenho que investigar o pessoal aqui.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Mas, primeiro eu vou pro meu cafofo, né? Quero pôr uns pontos de experiência. Eu consegui chegar lá, né? Porque lembra que tinha um capiroto caminho, né? É, não sei se eu... Não chego, com certeza não chego. Tem que ficar por aqui mesmo. Investigar o pessoal. Mas, como o nosso vídeo tá chegando ao fim aí por causa do tempo, vou parar aqui e a gente continua no próximo vídeo, beleza, pessoal? Hoje foi um vídeo mais tranquilo, né? Com muito diálogo, pouca ação. Mas, ao que tudo indica, no próximo vai rolar um quebra-pau nervoso. Então, se vocês estão gostando da série aí, deixa um like pra gente, comenta, se inscreve no canal se você não for inscrito e vem com nós. Até a próxima então, pessoal. Valeu!